When you first start Harmony, you will see the Startup Workflow screen. You can choose to start a new project, open an existing project, or run some utilities. Let's start a new project. To orient you with the software, I'd like to explain that IHS Harmony has been designed to manage more than one well. In fact, Harmony can handle wells, layers, meter stations, and groups of wells, which are collectively referred to as entities. By default, entities are shown in the Entity Viewer hierarchy on the left side of your screen. Since this is a new project, there are no entities yet, so let's create a well. The simplest way to add a well is to use the plus symbol. After clicking on the plus symbol, a drop-down will appear asking you to choose between gas, oil, water, coal bed methane, or other type of well. If we choose gas, then the software requires that we classify that well as flowing, suspended, etc. before the well will be created. We'll pick flowing, and then a flowing gas well appears. For comparison purposes, we'll also create an abandoned oil well. We can also sort our wells in the Hierarchy Entity Viewer. Click on the Hierarchy Structure drop-down to change hierarchies. Select Fluid Status. Now our wells are grouped according to fluid type, gas or oil. If I click on the Expand All button, you can also see that the wells are grouped by status, flowing or abandoned. You can make your own hierarchy structures by selecting Add Modify in the drop-down. A good way to think of the Entity Viewer is as your home base. This is where all your wells reside, with the ability to organize those wells into groups. To continue our tour, we'll look at the tabs on the top of the screen. On the GIS tab, wells that have location information are shown on the map. Our current wells don't have latitude or longitude coordinates, so they cannot be plotted. However, if I zoom in on a region, then I can add a well using the toolbar. You can see in the Entity Viewer that my new well has been created. The GIS and the Entity Viewer are interrelated, so that clicking on a well on the GIS will highlight it in the Hierarchy Viewer, and vice versa. Using the GIS is often the best way to identify and create a group of wells.